everyone. So today I just kind of wanted to make a video for everyone that is going through some difficulties when it comes to transitioning into college life and adapting to the difficulties and to the differences between high school and college. So, this was requested as a role play and a comforting friend kind of role play, but I'm saving a lot of the role plays that I get requested for the 500 subscribers special. So right now, I am just going to do this kind of as a just a one-on-one talk, and I have the name of the person that requested it right here. This was requested by Nath Lou, Nathleau. Hope I pronounced that right. It's probably short for Nathan, I'm guessing, but that's who it was requested by. And especially now that in most American universities and universities around the world, I would suspect, it's midterms. And midterms are those exams that you take halfway through the semester to quiz you on what you've learned so far. And I know myself, I didn't do too hard on one of them. Thank God for grading curves though. And even if you don't do well on one, it's not the end of the world. You still have a whole term ahead of you. Well, half a term at that point, and you should kind of realize that even though you may not have done well on it, you will still have several opportunities to make up that credit and to get you where you need to be by the end of the semester, especially with finals. And testing anxiety overall in college is a really big issue, and personally I have it, but there are ways that you can cope with it, and that's by not studying all at once. My strategy usually is to kind of space it out in little increments. So let's say I have the test next week and I know what to study. Usually professors will tell you what to study for the week before the exam, and with this, you should take that week and assign different amounts of studying to do every day of that week until you have the exam, and then on the final night, review everything you've studied that week. So that's how I cope with studying. But I know tests aren't the only component when it comes to adjusting. The social structure of university is very different than it was in high school. And if you were popular in high school, if you were successful in high school, you have to work up everything you've gained from your high school experience, and you need to gain that back because everyone starts at the bottom in university. So that's kind of a truth to how the social structure of a university works. And making new friends is a great way to do that. Talking to people in your classes and making those connections. So, say maybe you have an assignment coming up and you didn't get it, or you are sick. You can still email or text one of your new friends and have them help you with that. And that's how I've dealt with a lot of my university life. When I'm sick, for instance. And there's a lot of other things that go along with university life. For instance, you can choose not to go to class if you don't want to, because the truth is a lot of the classes don't take attendance. And I would say use discretion with that. Sometimes I choose not to go to class if I know if they're reviewing something I've already learned, or if they're, for instance, just doing a review of everything, or if they're just having a discussion that I don't really need to know about for the upcoming exam. I'll go in and I'll get a copy of the notes, or I will get like an assignment, and I'll do that, and I'll turn it in next class. And that's kind of how I deal with it if I really don't feel like going to class. I'm sorry for the noise. It's helicopters. And also, like I said, just use discretion with that. I show up most of the time to the majority of my classes. Not to all of them, but I show up the majority of the time. And I use discretion when I feel like I don't really want to show up. So, and to those of you that are still in high school, the horror stories that you hear about what universities are like, and what college is like, and what you need to be prepared for, are completely inaccurate. You, of course, need studying skills, and you need to know some knowledge from high school that was taught to you, but overall, the workload in terms of assignments are very minimal, but you do have a lot of papers and tests, so that's more of what you need to look out for once you get there. And your first year, a lot of your classes will be high school level, like senior year level, so it's very simple to transition in terms of academics. But like I said, if you start out at the bottom of the social ladder, don't be ashamed. Everyone is there with you. So just reach out and make new friends and talk to people and be friendly and just be yourself. That's another thing about college. Everyone is encouraged to be themselves instead of fitting into this kind of template for what a good student should be like in high school. So don't be afraid to express yourself at all. You don't have to fit in, and there's no pressure to. And there's so many different people there, so much diversity, unlike in high school, that you will experience so many different cultures and religions and ethnicities that you never even heard of before. So that's the great thing about college, is that it's very diverse, and that's one of the things I really like about it, because my high school experience was in a middle-class suburban area, and there wasn't a lot of diversity. But in university, you get all sorts of people from different countries even. So, like I said, just don't be afraid to be yourself and experience everything to the fullest, and everything will fall into place. I hope this helped you, and I hope you can take some advice from this.